Hello and welcome to the Her Story, My Story podcast, Conversation from Africa. This is your host, Abi and Jayne. Today we have two very special guests of ours. Our very own husband. We have Ben,
How y'all doing?
and we also have Jay.
Hello.
So today we are going to continue the conversation that Jayne and I started. We talked about coming to Africa from America and talking about what we brought, a little bit about how we brought it, and maybe some things that we wish we had brought, and maybe something that we brought that was a waste of time and space. Jayne and I thought it would be great to have a man's perspective because Jayne and I touched on some different, very feminine specific items that we cared about, and we just thought it would be good to
I'm glad you're working there for that part.
Are you here on the podcast?
Yeah, you go ahead. Hello, I'm here to play back. Right.
So I guess you guys can kind of introduce yourself and then answer the question. First question is, what did you bring to Africa?
So my name's Jay. I am Abby's husband and also the CEO and founder of Green Out Farms, freeze-drying long-term food storage. And I believe the question was, what did I bring?
Mm-hmm.
What did I bring? I brought a lot of things. I brought a lot of clothing. I brought the I'm gonna back up right there. The one thing I'm happy I brought is as many pairs of socks as I did because I am very hard on socks. I'm very happy that I brought as many pairs of socks as I did because by rotating all of my socks, I know this sounds basic, but it's a real thing. I need good socks. I cannot stand wearing socks with holes in them. I have to have good socks. If I even get the slightest hole, they have to go. So I'm happy I bought many pairs of socks. The one thing I'm not happy about, I know I'm jumping ahead, but I have to kind of say this all together. I'm not happy I brought some of the clothes that I brought. I could have focused less on shorts. Believe it or not, I have shorts and I've never once worn them. Because of the mosquitoes here and all that. It's like shorts are just not a thing.
And I don't think there's not many Rwandans I see walking around with shorts on. Everybody's wearing pants.
Yeah.
Men and women both. I mean, women might maybe skirts, but even the skirts are longer.
Yeah, because we're so high up in the mountains, I think it's we don't get it's not like what they call Africa out here because we're up in the hills and whatnot, so we get more of the breezy. It doesn't get what about 80, 85 max. I think it's been here. I don't think it gets much above that. So yeah, that's me really quick. So I've got more, but I'll land my plane.
Okay, well, thank you. So socks and could have left the short.
Cool. Sure.
I like that. Basic, but good.
Mhm.
Ben, what about you? Introduce yourself. Who are you, Ben?
I'm Ben. I'm Janie's husband. And what would I like to have brung or
Sure. Tell us what you brought and maybe what you could have done without.
everything I brought I need. It's not nothing I did not bring that I didn't need. I do wish I would have brung a heavier jackets. I got like mid-level jackets, and I wish I'd have brung more long sleeve shirts, but I didn't because someone advised me not to. Said it would be too hot. So, but I brung like my boots, a lot of boots, all the boots I could possibly pack. But I wish I would have learned that. But I wish we would have knew about the drums that you can bring. You can bring the black and yellow drums. What are they called?
Totes.
The totes. Yeah, you could bring them. I didn't know you could put them instead of having bag luggage. You could bring totes. And so we learned about that. That's a good thing. Wish I'd have brought more because the batteries here don't seem to last very long. Because yeah, instead of Duracell, they call donkey cells. So I'm just, yeah, yeah. I don't know where they came from, but yeah. And
Donkey sound. What?
I don't know.
I'm just curious.
Because they only gonna carry you one time. And they rest. Yeah, that it's a rest for them. That's it. You know. But I did bring my game system. I did bring that. I'm glad I brought that. Jay later on actually brung in my Cricket Machine 3, which was a pretty good thing to have. Because on the States, I was known as the Mug Man. I used to do customized logos for people and put it on glass cars and things like that. So I'm trying to bring that over here. People seem to be attracted by it, but we're working the kinks out of that.
I'm drinking up. It's actually really good. I love books.
But I mean, it's a lot. I wish we'd have brought. Like bring some flashlights.
Yes.
To start out with. You know, bring yourself some flashlights. Small ones. You don't have to be real big ones.
Oh, why would we ever need a flashlight?
Please do tell.
The power goes out. It's not it's not like terrible, but because here in Rwanda they powering up a new power grid, so they're replacing the old generators, transformers, the old transformers into a new, more modern one. I mean, outside of that, you're gonna have little inconveniences that will seem big in the beginning because you don't necessarily get used to having that in the States, even though the power go out in the wintertime and the summertime and things like that. And actually, believe it or not, it stays out longer than it stays out longer in the States than it does here. You know, at least from my experience.
That's interesting. It just happens more often here.
So
Right.
That's
a good
For a long,
that's
for
a
a
good
less amount of time. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's days in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's days usually.
now, I wish I would have brought some precision tools, some smaller screwdrivers and wrenches and things like that. I did bring some tools, and if you have time to plan, if you bring in something electrical, you better look up the wattage you're gonna need, because you can't just come in and plug anything in, because the wattage here is more stronger than it is in the States. Okay, things like that you will need. You know, you might even want to bring some thermos for, especially at night, because it gets a little chilly, to at least to me.
Yeah.
And thermals are better to sleep in than the pajamas. Like I know I said long sleeve shirts and boots. You know, boots is a good thing to have.
especially during rainy season, right?
Yeah, especially.
I'm so glad that you brought that up, Ben, because I faced the same issue. So when Jay and I first came, it was February, and we got here, and it was so very hot. We just were not used to how hot it was, and I brought all my shorts. You know, I didn't really bring any long sleeve shirts because I thought the same thing. Like, I'm gonna be too hot. You know, I want to be cool. Um, and after a couple months being here, I'm like, I need some more long sleeve shirts. Like, I need more pants. I need more boots, because I think in the States we're used to being able to, you know, we walk outside of our house. We usually have a walkway, like a sidewalk. We get in the car, we go somewhere else, and we get back on a sidewalk. Here, there's a lot of walking in like muddy areas or like dirt. Even when you go out, it makes sense. I don't know. I'm glad I brought my one pair of boots.
I bought 3.
Yeah, I wear those boots more often than I wear any other kind of shoe. Like I brought my tennis shoes, but I rarely wear those because I don't want to get them dirty. So,
Tennis shoes is well, first, hey family, it's Janie. So tennis shoes, I wish I had bought mine. I
mm,
really do, because we're getting ready to start exercising, and I realized, oh, now I gotta go and find some tennis shoes. Now, if you go to a quality shop, I'll put it that way, to find your tennis shoes or your size, it can be kind of expensive, right? But if you go to the one of the markets, then you may have trouble finding your size, right? Like you
mm-hmm,
got to dig through a lot of stuff, and
mm-hmm,
but it's all worth doing. But I wish I had them already, so I didn't even have to
mm-hmm,
figure that out. And piggybacking on socks. Remember, everyone, when you're coming here to wear compression socks. That's
mm.
very important on a long flight, right?
Since we're talking socks, I would also like to add the one thing I'm very happy I brought 2 pair of waterproof socks.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
amazing. Like being on the farm, I have to commute what, an hour and 45 minutes just to get to and from the farm
On a motorcycle.
on a motorcycle, that
Mhm.
part. But and that leads me to this next part. Like riding back, oftentimes it'll start raining. And anyone who's ever driven a motorcycle in the rain knows that water just clings to you and you get really cold. It could even be warm outside and you're still going to get cold because of the wind hitting you. The worst thing for me is riding a motorcycle with cold feet.
Oh,
It's so hard. And having those waterproof socks is just a lifesaver. I've got like the boots and everything too, but water still gets in those boots. So those waterproof socks are definitely a lifesaver.
yeah, I don't even know if you can find waterproof socks here, but,
No,
it's a
mm,
yeah. You know, when we were talking last week, I neglected to say that I miss a lot of our prepping stuff because we were preppers. I really didn't realize that we would need that stuff here.
yeah.
So for all you preppers,
Bring your stuff.
bring your
Bring your
stuff.
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 Bring as much as you can.
If you can.
If you can.
Yeah.
If you
If you
can afford it.
can. If you already
That's what
have it. I'm
the
saying if
truth
you
said.
already have it in your
But
house,
still, the
don't
price,
think you don't
the
need it.
price is still, they weigh stuff at the airport. So
That's another thing. If you open your packages, though, that's a help, right? Because you
Mhm,
you
Yeah,
want
you
to
lose
express
weight.
that it's used. It's not
mhm,
new stuff that you're bringing in to
mhm.
sell or anything like that. You're bringing in your home goods.
And I love what you said, Ben, about the totes too, because those totes, we got put onto that too. And we were the first time we came, we did that because my mom did it too. She brought totes when she got here. And those totes actually double as storage once we got here.
Right.
So it's not just luggage. We've got storage. I've used some for the plants and all that. So
yeah,
that was a great point.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, them totes is something to have.
You can't find them here. You can't find those big plastic totes.
It's the level of plastic that's here.
Yeah,
It's
they
you
don't.
don't get that quality of plastic here.
Mhm,
So it's like you get like more of a cheaper grade of plastic. Like a lot of the stuff here is like offshored, I guess you could say. They like
mhm,
offload a lot of the stuff that's not quite as appealing. Like even some of the toys here. The quality of the toys are just not that great. It's like that cheap, like a grade above dollar store toys.
mhm. That's
So
true.
yeah.
And that's, I mentioned that in the other podcast, you can find good toys because there's a lot of expats that come through here
Mhm.
and a lot of times they will bring stuff here and then they will leave and they don't want to take it with them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they will sell it and you just got to get into the right kind of groups. Like there's a ton of them.
Love it.
And you can find good quality name brand toys if that's what you're really looking for.
Right.
I think y'all should maybe next time put a list of pros and cons of things you should bring together and pretty much kind of read it off on y'all
Like a list.
next
Mm-hmm.
next
I like
podcast.
that. I think that's a
not
great
bad at
idea.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you guys, maybe as part of the list that we make, is there something that you brought that you found of better quality here? Like when I'm thinking specifically, Jay, you do a lot of building. So
Mhm.
I know you brought your power
My
tool.
tools, yeah.
Do you feel like you got a better quality here? from that? Like, do you feel like you could have left that in the States?
Honestly, it's kind of crazy to say that I actually found better quality power tools here. I did.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of tools on the shipping container we're gonna have brought over, a bunch of Craftsman stuff, which don't get me wrong, it's not bad. The stuff I've got is pretty good quality. However, I found some tools, Total. They're called Total. They're actually out of China. And there's a competition company that would almost, it's like their sister company. It would compete with like DeWalt, like the yellow DeWalt tools.
Mm.
They're comparable, actually. The quality of the Total tools that I got here, the power tool, is by far better than my Craftsman one. I hate to say it, but the settings on my the impact driver that I have, it's got settings low, medium, high. The battery power lasts longer, even though it's the same 20-volt lithium ion battery or whatever. They last longer. I was actually impressed. I was surprisingly impressed by the power tools here.
Mm.
So
What about you, Ben? Do you feel like there was anything of better quality here?
When it comes to tools,
Not tools necessarily, just anything in particular. I know Janie and I, last time we talked about the furniture here, how we probably would be wasting time bringing furniture from the States because you can get really good high quality furniture here with good material. So that's another
and you can get that
example.
custom made here,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't bring no furniture, anything like that. But tools, uh, I kind of like. I haven't really worked a lot with the power tools, so I'll have to leave that to Jason. But from the looks of them, I miss Black and Decker and stuff like that.
Mm.
I'm sorry, but screwdrivers and this different options that way. Like I said, precision tools. Like it was very hard for me to find a magnifying glass with a light on it.
Mm.
You know, uh, that's more craft than it is anything else. But those types of things you can't really find here. Like
Mm.
I'm looking for a light board right now. Have to make it myself, pretty much. There you go to in the state, to any Walmart. But those are hurdles that you can overcome with a little ingenuity and a little effort because I end up finding a magnifying glass with a light stand hook on it. And a very good friend of ours, a family member actually, gave it to me that they found in an odd place, a place like they call it 2000 T. That's here. Yeah, T through 2000. It's like a dollar store, Walmart slash thrift stop. Okay, that I mean, it has all kinds of stuff in it, and you have to. It's 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 not terrible. It's challenging, and if you're that type of person, you'll find that kind of exciting because you will get what you need here. Sometimes you just don't find what you want. Okay. It's not that convenient as, you get in your car in the States, you go to any Walmart around the corner, you may not find a super quality something like back braces, hot water bottles. Bring yourself a hot water bottle. If you're coming, bring some hot water bottles, the old kind. Okay.
Rubber.
Yeah,
Rubber one.
that you can use to case your back hurt, knee hurt, arm hurt, kids get a stomach ache, anything like that, because you won't find that here. Okay. Now, you might also want to bring, if you can, like if you're at that age or you have someone with you that age, you might want to bring one of those chairs that goes into the showers. And,
If you
things
can, right?
like like Abby is here right now fighting for some handicap accessible things. So if you're one of those warriors too, you're definitely welcome because you have to bring the certain things that's accessible to you, that's good for you, specifically for you. And they may be really small things, but you'll find it help you being more comfortable.
Right. You'll be, what seems small to us in the States is actually big because we just, I think we take a lot of things for granted. Like Ben said, you can just easily go to the store, get what you need.
Yeah.
But may I say
Megan?
fitted sheets before we say
Oh,
anything
yeah.
else?
That part.
Fitted sheets. You won't find fitted sheets, at least in Rwanda.
No,
I don't think. You have to
won't
get them
find- you have to
made.
Get them made. They're
Yeah.
We did. It was expensive.
very expensive.
And I remember Jay came back like, I spent such and such amount on this thing. And I was like, what? Why? And he was like, it's the only place that was open. But I'm very thankful. There one pair of fitted sheets, but we had to go to
We got ours made.
Simba Center.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say it was
we
where
got
they
ours
used
made.
to have that place there. I don't think it's there anymore.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that it turned into the eyeglass shop.
Oh, okay.
It was
But these sheets were imported. Yeah.
Yeah.
like a mini Bed Bath and Beyond.
She's not
Oh.
there anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I-
She was crazy expensive.
Exactly.
Crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Crazy expensive.
Beautiful
But
things.
those are the only
ridiculous.
fitted sheets that we have. The other sheets that we have don't even fit the mattress.
Well,
Like it's a different shape.
if you get if you go to Kimaranko Market, one of our favorite places, you
Stop,
can,
JD. That's not your favorite place.
you can get them made. That's what we do. All of ours we have made.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they do very well.
They do very well.
And the guy made them in a matter of minutes.
Yeah,
In a
we
matter
of
waited
minutes.
in the vehicle,
Waiting in the car.
and he brought them to the car. I mean, maybe
That's my
20
kind of
minutes.
shopping.
Yeah,
That's one of the
And
things
they
I
work.
love about
they work.
being here. You can get things kind of quickly,
True.
like things like that.
The myth,
True.
the myth about Africa is really just that. It's hard living here for really for the Rwandans most of the time. You have to put effort to what you're trying to do here, especially if you have kids, elderly parents, or kinfolk, or you being elderly yourself. It ain't like I growed up with the image of the lady coming over and feeding the Africans, their belly is swollen, flies is on them,
Yeah.
things of that. That's why I growed up in that era.
Yeah.
Seeing that on commercial after commercial after commercial, had no idea that it was a scam for them to get money. Got here, I was thinking that the bathroom situation would be outrageous, that I would have to go to the bathroom outside in our house, and most of the places, including almost all the apartments, what you're gonna find is that they have 2, 3 bathrooms. Sometimes you scratch your head, why so many bathrooms? You only got 2 bedrooms. Okay. It's like even most of the bedrooms have bathrooms actually literally in there. Nice bathrooms. All right. And of course, if you come and you looking for when you're looking for a place to stay, or are you trying to do it before you even get here, demand screens.
Oh yeah, screens in the window.
Yeah, tell them that because they can do it and it ain't a problem, but they don't do it.
Babe, I gotta say it before I forget. Fly swatters. We were
Fly
just
swatter.
Yeah.
yes,
And you know the good ones are at the dollar store.
yes, with the little flower on it. If y'all come look, y'all listening to this podcast, bring us some
We
fly
need that
swatters,
weight,
please.
that flower for
Yes.
that weight. These African flies, boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
And know this, the higher you live up, the better you are away from the
That's true.
insects.
That's true.
Okay. So if you can get an apartment or a home that's built up higher, you have left the problem with insects. And it's seasonal. Yeah, at least that's what I think. It's seasonal, where sometimes they get kind of heavy.
Like the
Rainy season, you see mosquitoes.
And the
More.
termites in
So-
rainy season, those
Yeah.
big giant termites get wings and fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I remember they were all on our floor and everything, and we didn't know
Mhm.
what that was. And we had to, get the bug experts to
Our
come
son.
over. Abi and Jayne's son, Jace.
He got him out of the house this morning. We had those termites in the house this morning. He got a whole box full of them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to tell him to come back inside and put some real clothes on because you
Yeah.
know he ran out of there in his pajamas.
He asked me yesterday, we were getting in the vehicle, and he was like, Auntie, will you bring me back a praying mantis? I was like, Jace, you asked the wrong person to bring you a poor
Yeah,
thing.
right,
I'm sorry,
right.
baby. I
Bring me back a
cannot.
praying
Yeah,
mantis.
But
yeah.
the sites are beautiful.
Yes.
The homes are beautiful. Most of them are freshly built, but you still got to work the kinks out with them. You know, getting around is always a challenge in the sense that there's always going to be traffic because the Rwandans they seem to stay up 24 hours a day. They out. I mean, walking, riding, doing whatever. These people, they don't have a life like America, but they sure enough seem to enjoy what they live in.
Babe, may I interject?
How they living.
Okay, what do you think about people bringing their vehicles here?
I would advise against it.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
We sold ours. We were going
It's
to.
too
We
it's
got rid of
very-
I'm
ours
glad.
as well.
Yeah.
It's very expensive, and not only that, we went to pick up some stuff from one of the docks where they be shipping these containers with the cars in them, and the people really don't. I don't know if it was in shipping or when it got here. It was a lot of cars there that was damaged.
Yeah,
a lot.
A lot. And I've heard so many horror stories.
Yeah.
They just do not take care of the cars.
They
I've heard
don't.
of people like things falling on their cars and being completely totaled,
So-
and they're out thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
be better off
Yeah, so
because could you get here and try to make an insurance claim? It's going to
Oh,
be
no.
a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they won't pay you, but it might be,
it might take
when
time.
your grandson is your age. Uh, but the thing is, you'd be better off selling it than coming here and purchase a car
Mm.
because, especially used vehicles, you can find some very good used vehicles here that are very, 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 very affordable. Insurance is not bad here.
No, there we go.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jane.
It's good to get here and buy a used car
Mhm.
because the driving here is so different from anywhere I've ever been.
Mhm.
And
But apparently it's
so-
better than Kenya.
and it's better than Uganda.
Nairobi
it's
is a
all
nightmare.
relative. I heard that.
I refuse to drive in Nairobi. I won't do it. It was scary.
yeah.
Scary.
And you got to think about this too if you come here and you buy a car. You want something, of course, that's nice and dependable, but don't expect to be going fast. Yeah. So you ain't gonna be try not to buy something with these powerful engines because it's gonna be a waste of time in Rwanda. Because they got speed cameras everywhere, plus there's traffic everywhere all the time. So you want to look for something that you can pretty much cruise in luxury, unless you're Jason and you need a pickup truck or something.
I mean,
I was just going to talk about don't expect to go fast. Let's
why are you talking about my tickets now? Why we gotta go?
Nobody brought any tickets up, but you kind of just showed yourself.
The implication was there. We're not gonna
know.
we're not gonna talk about it.
No one knew about it, but you want to talk about it? You can talk about it.
Oh, thank you. Let's talk about the type of vehicle we should bring. I suggest I would say like you want something like an SUV also, or something that you can carry things in, like extra water, supplies,
You just have to.
because it's very hilly here too. You want
Wow.
something that's actually got a little bit of torque to it.
Yeah. Plus,
It's not speed so
if
much.
you're young,
Not
if
speed.
you have some, you have some motorcycles, and that's Jason's area expertise again. You might want to bring them because they probably not that expensive and easier to pack and cover.
Yeah.
But how would they treat them when they got? Oh, you mean once you get here, purchase the motorcycle?
No, if you
Oh,
have
shit.
one already.
When it comes to motorcycles, here's the thing. So I wish I was able to bring my motorcycle back from the US because the motorcycles have very little power here. Like the most you're gonna find maybe a 400, maybe. Like and you're gonna pay good money for a 400 here. That's gonna be more of a touring bike and not so much of a sport bike. Uh, Sport bike I wouldn't necessarily bring. What I mean for me, I think like motocross bikes are awesome because it gives you that if you get the right tires, you can get something that goes on road, and a lot of these side roads are like really bad.
Mhm.
So like moto bikes, like motocross bikes are like great. I own 2 of them here. I just wish I had ones with a little more power because I think mine's only 200 cc.
So when you say the roads are really bad, what does that mean?
Have you ever been to Beirut?
I had not been to Beirut.
Well, there's no, I'm just kidding.
So
No.
when you say really bad, is it like rocky, hilly, dirt,
There's-
unpaved, craters?
There's every level of bad. You can go down some neighborhoods in like the major cities and it's like potholes you could fall in. And you can also go down some roads off the city and your car actually gains lean from going over the rocks that are in the road. I mean, there's every level of bad. There's everything from perfectly paved streets to like you need an SUV to navigate the land. There's every level of it.
Right, and keep in mind,
And
family,
that's-
that in the city though,
Yeah,
the
the
streets
city's
are
great.
paved and
Yeah,
all
the
that,
city's
but
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
If
I
you're
mean,
going to a village, it's particularly you're
but
gonna
Yeah.
but even like in the villages, some of the inside streets, the houses be very nice. The homes are very, very nice, but the
Absolutely.
street
Beautiful.
is just yeah.
Yeah.
But it's strange because it's like country road, but it rains. And when it really rains, you don't see a lot of people stuck. You know, at least I haven't.
Yeah.
They seem to still get around,
That's
walk,
true.
they're not stuck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No mudslides and things like that you in the state in California. This happens when
It's really interesting you said that. No mudslides. As hilly as it is here,
you would expect.
you would expect there to be like more actual mudslides. I've never once seen
Right,
anything
looked-
like
Right,
that.
I
looked
pray we
away.
never do.
I
Absolutely.
looked at least not being not being a person that builds buildings and things, but it seems like the way they do their building, it's almost like the way you farm. They what you call it, terraces,
Terracing, yeah.
and they terrace the houses, and
So it allows the water from the
Yeah.
erosion to keep the water from eroding the
Right.
land. That makes
and I'm
sense.
telling you,
yeah.
some
Okay.
beautiful homes here. You won't be disappointed in the housing part of the thing.
Right, and
Absolutely.
I'm glad you brought that up because one of the things I want to say about that is if like there are beautiful houses and the roads may still be dirt, right? It may still be dirt roads, but if you're coming to purchase a house, that could be a good thing because when they pave the roads, the prices go up.
hmm
So you have to really forward think,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I really like this. And also, a lot of times people in the community will get together because sometimes the government takes long to pave the road. People in the community will get together, put their money together in these nicer areas, with these beautiful homes, and they'll get the roads paved. So it's not something that will last forever if you decide to buy a home. You don't have to worry that you're just gonna have a dirt road forever.
Right.
Well, the thing is this: we're strangers. Comparison. We come from Philadelphia, and some of the streets there are so terrible. And tear your car up, you can't even have a luxury car with air suspension per se. You need SUV there.
Yeah.
We had a hole on our block, and it took them like 11 years to fix this hole. Like 11 years
Wow.
for them to finally fill it in and get it together.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. We had similar issues in Michigan.
Yeah.
There's some streets where you just know, like, that's not going to get fixed for a while.
Yeah. Especially in Detroit. Oh my goodness,
Mm.
down there.
The side streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you already know. But the funny thing is we lived in the country when we were back there. So the dirt roads aren't so. Yeah, it's not that bad for us because again we had an SUV and we just
Right.
And they came around and graded the road
did.
quite frequently. So
They did.
moving here to Africa gave me a different idea of what a dirt road was.
Right.
Because the dirt roads here are not nice and graded. It's like the dirt roads in the US. They are organically dirt roads.
Yeah. Real dirt.
And they
Real dirt.
maybe they're a little smoother because of the traffic, but that's about it.
I would say also bring whatever you enjoy doing. Like if you paint, if you sew, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, bring that, because especially if you're that person who's so busy in the States, right? You don't have time to do this project that like I bought a sewing machine and I never used it.
Mm.
Okay. But now I'm in a place where things go more slowly and I can actually make time to use it. So yeah, whatever your hobbies are or whatever your endeavors are,
Mhm.
I would suggest bringing that. That
And you might want to purchase a hot cold bag that you can store stuff in for like 12 hours, because you might want to go shopping and, you know,
everything takes long. It takes long to get around.
right,
Yeah.
and
That's a really
just
good point.
put some ice, because they got ice and ice packs here,
Great
all that. And even if you might have something in the refrigerator when the power go out, not that well, sometime you might. It depends here. You might get they last them, because those fold away bags.
Yeah, I
They
know the
pretty
hot
bad
cold
when
bag.
Mhm.
pretty big when you open them up,
Mhm.
and store that. Of course, when you get here, get you a nice big deep
Mhm.
freezer.
I was gonna say Jay and I got a energy efficient deep freezer, and it preserves our food pretty well. Like I think we had that power outage for like
3 days.
a couple days and a half. So we took all the milk and all the dairy, like all the perishable items that were in our refrigerator, and we put it in the freezer, and it stayed cold for almost 3 days. So that was a pretty good investment, I think, here. So if you're looking for food preservation here, having a deep chest freezer is available, and it's energy efficient. So
Yeah.
Right.
that was really good.
And it's also one more pros and cons. The situation here with housing, in a sense, like the house would be beautiful, but you're going to have some headaches. The apartment the same way, and it's usually either going to be with uh your hot and cold water issues. Okay, if you have to ask the question whether the water is solar heated or electric. Now, what's the difference? You, if it's solar, which sounds really nice and all that, but if it's no sun, you're not gonna get a hot shower.
And the sun sometimes does hide behind the clouds here
Yeah,
in
Yes.
Africa.
and
It's
so
not always
Often
sunny.
than it should.
now electric,
Mm.
if the power go out, you're not getting a hot shower. Okay. Now, so those issues, yeah. So you have to do with the ask the landlord. Here, the electric bill is not very high. The water bill is not very high. The stove and things like that, it runs off of gas and electric. So if the power go out, you still have the gas. Okay. And
Yeah, that's cool.
that and the tanks are not very expensive. Yeah, and the tank will last you a very long time. Very, very
Yeah.
long time. You can cook. You'll be able to cook, and yeah, your comfortable level will only be psychological. Yeah, because of what you had been used to in
You
the
realize how
States.
spoiled you
Right.
are.
Yeah.
You'll be like, well, the power went out again, right in the middle of it. And you got to kind of get used to it.
Yeah, and in family, the thing is, we're just keeping it real, right?
Mhm.
Like, what we believe just our experiences. But none of us, I think I can speak for everybody in this room when I say that we ain't looking backward.
No,
We
I would
ain't.
not go back to save my
no.
life. No, this is
Yeah.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
we wait a little bit longer for the food here.
But that's because it's
when you go out
fresh.
to eat, that's exactly why.
Exactly.
Right.
And you taste the difference, and you don't have no beef with it. You'd be happy actually. You'd be like, wow, you know, can you eat anywhere? No, I wouldn't eat anywhere. I didn't eat anywhere in the States. And I really didn't do that well with people delivering my food.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we don't
yeah,
care for that too
I want to
much.
go there and see it going on. But the food here is delicious.
I want to ask one more question since we did just say, we never want to go back, but I want to phrase the question, for people who are trying to, conceptualize moving to Africa themselves. And there's a lot of things that, we found out just by experience living here that might be helpful for people who are trying to come. Let me narrow it down. What are your top three things, if you were going to go back to the States, what are your top three things that you wish or that you will for sure bring back with you? You can go first, Jay.
Top three things I would bring back. Ooh, that's good. I don't know. My preferences might be a little different.
And this is why we're talking to you, because there's so many different kinds of people who have different purposes and different things that they might want to do out here. You might be speaking to some people.
Me personally, this is just me personally. I would have brought a music interface for my computer, so I can actually do more music on my computer. I would have brought more video equipment. Just the scenery, the ability to document things here. I brought some equipment, but I probably would have bought a little bit more, just a couple little things to make things easier. And I would have brought, this kind of goes back to the jacket thing. I probably would have brought a little heavier of a jacket because when it rains, that's when it gets a little cooler. So I'm very limited on my jackets. So don't be afraid to bring a jacket.
I think that's really interesting. It goes back to what Janie was saying. A lot of the things that you need to function here in Africa, they already have. Two out of the three things that he listed were based on his own personal enjoyment and his hobbies. You would love to just document the scenery and just the beauty here. What Janie was saying, you want to bring things that you've always kind of wanted to do in the U.S. So I like that. I want to hear from you now, Ben, because like Jay said, there's different people, different things. So, what are the top three things? If you were to go back to the US, what would you bring back with you?
And I don't have a top three. I only have one. And that's every member of my family, the people I love, and friends. That be it.
Yeah.
I drag them kicking and screaming.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have a top three. Everything else I'm cool with. I'm good with it, actually. Because, the people we have met here and gotten business with, and they have became my family also. But I wish the rest of them will open their eyes and come on. Because that's my only concern. That's the only main thing and maybe a dollar store in the Walmart.
Like he said, the whole dollar store.
Not certain items, but the whole store. But I appreciate that because I was about to feel emotional, so you just switched that for me. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I know. That definitely got to my heartstrings as well. I think
Yes.
I think that's the other hard thing too about when you make a move like this, because the four of us are sitting here because the Most High called us to be here. And so we're following a purpose. We're following that pole that Janie and I've always talked about. And sometimes it can be a sacrifice because you're leaving behind people that you love and very valuable relationships. And I pray, Ben, I pray that your family does come, every single one of them. And I pray that we're able to build a community here and a place for all of our loved ones to come and thrive. And even other people that we don't know yet, because when we met you guys, we met family we never knew we had. And I feel like there's more family to come. So I just really want to tell everybody listening, whether you're on the continent already or if you're still in the States, if you have any questions that we can help you out with as far as what should you bring or what could you leave behind or any kind of questions that you have and you're planning to come here, we're here for you. We've been here for about a year. So there's some things that we may know and there's some information that we can get for you. So please do not hesitate to drop a comment, send us an email. We're here for you, fam.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, I think we're going to have our wonderful husbands back on the podcast. You know, they are both businessmen and, you know, Janie and myself also do business. So I think it would be good to have them back and we can talk more about, because there's different things that you brought based on business related things as well. I think that kind of plays a part into what you may want to bring as far as starting a business or working here. So that's a whole nother topic I think would bring a lot of value.
Yeah, and I think we'll also be asking other family members who are here to, give their input too. Because,
Absolutely.
yeah, regarding what they wish they had bought or what they.
Table.
Yeah.
All nightlife questions goes to me.
You said nightlife.
Yeah, the person who doesn't hang out at night. Yeah, that one.
I
That
was going
those
to say,
questions.
you know, because we have Brother Hamp and we have Sister Gwen,
Yeah.
and then their daughter is in her 20s. So she might be about to be married. Yeah, she found herself an African young man.
Brother Mark, Sister Yvonne, too.
Yeah,
Brother Mark and Yvonne and your mother.
And my mom, yeah.
Yes, and Tia.
And Tia.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the community is growing.
It is.
Any bug
Really
questions? We got
We have a bug
Yeah.
expert
Lil
too.
J.
Lil
And
J,
that's
yes.
the thing. I think people are shy about asking about these issues, like what kind of bugs do I have to worry about, like the lizards. I'm just saying that's kind of
And if you're from Florida, you'll be good because this is the
because you're used to
Yeah.
it.
And they have real talk tissue here.
Brother Jones.
That is actually important.
It took us a
Good
while to
TV is
find
important.
it. It took
did.
us a while to find it.
It's not called Snuggles. It's called Snuggle. It's good.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Yes,
Jane and I want to say thank you so much for coming out and being a part of our podcast, Ben and Jay. We really appreciate your input, and I'm sure our listeners gained a lot of value from what you had to say. So thank you again for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
Thank you.
Good time.
All right. Thank you, family. We hope this conversation has blessed you, and we're out of here.
Peace.
Shalom.
Shalom.
We are out of here.